Hey everybody, Don Georgievich here with Job Interview Tools. Today I want to share with you 5 tips that will help you become more confident on your next interview. More confident than you've ever been on any interview at any time in your life. So hit the like button if you want to regain your long lost confidence and totally ace your next job interview. We'll dive right in. Now, one of the most common problems I hear from my clients is they get very nervous right before a job interview. I mean, their palms are sweaty, their heart is racing, and they're at a total loss for words. They feel this intense pressure of all those interviewers staring down at them. I mean, do you know what I'm talking about? And then when interviewers start asking you all those questions after question, your nerves just take over and you start rambling on endlessly until you don't even know what you're saying anymore. Or you're just so nervous that you can't utter up one single word. I mean, do you know what I mean? We've all been there, and this is not the first time I've made videos on confidence, but I'll tell you this. Confidence is simply knowing that you will come up with the right answer when the pressure is on, and when you need it the most. I mean, confidence is just a culmination of all your past experiences coming together to push you through an event. And to be confident in a job interview, you have to know what you're talking about. I mean, you can't just show up for an interview, know nothing about the job, and then expect to impress them. I mean, to strengthen confidence before your next interview, ask yourself, why did that employer call me? Why did they invite me to an interview? It's because they see potential in you. They see that you have experience to help them solve their problems so they can grow. I mean, the interview is simply a discussion to learn and discover how you can help them. So are you with me so far? Then you take that to the next level and you ask yourself, what have I done in my past jobs that helped my employers solve their problems and grow? What have I done to improve things in my last job? What have I done to contribute to my team members to help them grow? Now, when you start thinking about all the great things that you've done, this will raise your confidence level so you can talk about all the things that you can do for them in this job. I mean, the better you get at something, the easier it becomes. I mean, repetition is the mother of skill. So on your next interview, use this phrase to strengthen and focus your confidence. Now, repeat after me. Because I have done these things in my last job, here is how I can do these things for you in this job. Now, when you connect the dots for them, by applying this simple formula, you can't help but feel good about yourself and the value that you can bring to an employer. So let's move on to number 2, influence. A wise man once said that everything you want in this world is either owned or controlled by someone else. So for starters, you need to know what it is that you want. I mean, not just a job, but specifically what kind of job, where at, what will you be doing, who will you be working for, etc. I mean, you need to answer all these questions for yourself so you have a clear target of what to aim for. The only way you are going to convince the hiring manager to hire you is through persuasion and influence. Now, this doesn't mean using unethical persuasion tactics like manipulation. The easiest way to persuade and influence someone like a hiring manager is to build rapport with them. And you build rapport by being like them, engaging them, understanding their pains, their problems, and their troubles, and then showing them that you understand what they need. And when you can say, so Mr. Employer, it sounds like you are struggling in reducing your manufacturing costs by 3% for blue widgets. And then they come back and say, yeah, that's right. You understand us. You have just built rapport and you're in a stronger position to influence them by saying, well, in my last job, we needed to reduce costs of red widgets by 7%, and this is what we did to solve them. Now think about it for a minute. Who are they going to want to hire now? Someone else? Or someone like you who understands them? I mean, that's the art of influence. And this works everywhere, not just in job interviews. Now, when you build rapport with anyone, that person is more likely to give you what you're asking for. Okay? Next one, number 3, framing. This is a continuation from step 2 of influence. Every time you answer a behavioral question, the kind that start off with, tell me about a time. Well, you don't want to just sum up your answer in a single statement like, yeah, that happened to me before, this is what I did. A response like that saps out all the excitement and drama from your answer just kind of falls flat. So without framing your answer, you will end up giving a weak and unconvincing response. So when the hiring manager says, "Tell me about a time when you solved a difficult problem that no one else could," you want to start off by framing your answer. You want to weave in some drama and excitement in it before you tell them how you solved the problem. Give them the details on the situation and how terrible it would have been if you didn't solve this problem. Then lead into the action of what you did. Now, by this time, they should be wondering if you were ever going to succeed or not. Just like the main character in a movie who is fighting against the bad guy. And then you want to lead into the result of how everything worked out and how you saved the day. Now you look awesome. But to take it one step further and for added rapport building, tell them a story that they can relate to so that they feel connected to your story in some way. Okay, next one, number 4, stories sell. So make sure that you have extra stories to share. You might answer one of their questions perfectly and then start patting yourself on the back for a job well done. And then the interviewer says, "Hey, that's great. Can you give me another example of how you did that?" And this is where most candidates just lose it in the interview and they never recover. So look back through all of your experiences and create stories for how you solved problems as a leader through communication, team building, technical expertise, mentoring, whatever. This way you can answer questions about how you solved problems in different areas of your job instead of just one. It's good to have a few example stories for common behavioral questions. And it's not hard because, it's just you talking about your experiences. This is stuff you did. The hard part is remembering them all. So before your next interview, write down in detail everything you did on, say, 3 projects from start to finish. And writing things on paper recommits them to your memory in a much stronger way. And this will refresh your mind on your experiences, and you'll be in a stronger position to talk about them on your next interview. Okay, number 5, see it, believe it, and visualize it. The brain doesn't know the difference between what you imagine and reality. So every day leading up to your interview, start off by visualizing yourself in this role, working for this company, doing this job, and approach this interview like you already have the job, like you already work there. Just imagine yourself carrying on a good conversation with the hiring manager while effortlessly answering these questions and all the while building a strong rapport with them. See them laughing with you. See them congratulating you. See yourself being a solution to their problems. See yourself as the hero. Hear them saying, "Wow, you really know what you're talking about." Hear them asking you questions where you just give awesome answers. Hear them asking, "When can you start?" Visualization really works. Football players see themselves catching the ball and scoring a touchdown. Baseball players see themselves swinging and making contact with the ball. Stage performers visualize the audience cheering. So doing this visualization exercise conditions your mind and puts you in a peak state so that you not only feel like you're at your best, but you believe it, and there's nothing that can stop you. This is how you build and focus your confidence. So there you are, my friend, my 5 best tips on how to condition yourself to be confident on your next interview. Now, to even get more confident on your next interview, you're gonna need to prepare for other questions. So I've got a great guide for you. And what it is here, it's the top 10 questions and answers that you can expect to get on any job interview. Now, the cool thing about this is free. You can head on over to jobinterviewtools.com/top10, put in your email address, tell me where to send this, and I will send this PDF document to you. It's about 20 or 30 pages, and it has multiple answers for the top 10 questions that you can expect to get asked on any interview. Now, there's gonna be more than 10 questions, so if you even wanna go beyond that, consider going to jobinterviewtools.com and downloading the complete interview answer guide, and you can put all the audio and video tracks on your phone, and you can take them with you. You can go to the park, you can go for a walk, and if you like listening to me, you can listen to me for hours, teach you how to answer interview questions. Okay, that's all I have for you, my friend. Good luck on your next interview. See you in the next video. Bye now.